Hey guys, it's Fedzville here, and welcome to a comparison, or versus video if you will, of the Nikon D3200 and the Canon EOS 1200D. I've not seen a comparison of these two cameras alone on YouTube as of yet. I only see the 1300D versus the D3200, or the D3300 versus the 1200D. There's never this. So, okay, so to start off, we'll take a look at the exterior of each camera. So, on the Nikon, we have a 3-inch display. Forgot to mention, guys, I'm actually recording with my phone. Can't record with my camera and the fancy Rode microphone because, well, obviously it needs to be in the video here. But yeah. Anyway, this has a 3-inch screen. It's got, you know, your typical buttons, your playback button, your menu button, zoom in and out, your information button, live view mode, delete, stuff like that. Then here you've got your, I'm not sure what they call this button here, and that's not even going to focus for you guys. No, it doesn't look like it. Right, well, I'm not sure what they call this button here. Well, not button, it's scroll type thing. But this is used when you're changing your shutter speed or aperture priority. So yeah, this, I'm not sure what that is, but it's there anyway. This is our dial where we choose all the different settings. It's set to manual mode at the minute. We have all sorts of different settings here, which we'll get onto a little bit later. We have our, let me try and focus this again for you guys. Okay, we have our info button here. This is to change the aperture when you are, well, you have to hold down this to change the aperture, then you gotta scroll this. This is the record button, and the on and off switch. Close enough. It's also worth noting that both cameras are attached with the 18-55mm kit lens. Okay, then, yep, here is the front of the camera. Of course, we've got D3200 on the side there. We've got our manual focus on and off switch on the lens, and that's pretty much it for the Nikon. Now onto the Canon quickly. Here is the front of the back of the camera. 3-inch LCD, like the Nikon, except Canon chooses to put most of the buttons on the right side, which is good. If you want to do like one-handed photography, then you can get your thumb anywhere you want. But with this, you can't really do that. So you have to use 2 hands. But you know, same typical buttons. We've got our playback button, we've got menu, white balance, autofocus, ISO. Then we have our, what do I call this? Our, okay, I'm screwing up here, guys, but we have these buttons here. We have our, that's not the zoom in and out button, I think that's to change some settings on the camera when you're on different modes. We have our DISP, which, changes how much info is displayed on the panel, our delete button, and our aperture button. Up here on the top we have again the on and off switch, and then we have our dial with all the different settings, of which we'll get onto later on, like I said with the Nikon. We have our flash up and down button here. We have our thing here, which was on this, the scroll thing. Except it's on the top here, which is a little better because it's right next to the shutter button. Our shutter button, obviously. Our shutter button's here, I forgot to mention that on the Nikon. And then the lens. So, again, autofocus and manual focus on and off. We've got the EOS 1200D mark. And that's pretty much it for the Canon. Oh, and also on the Nikon over here, forgot to mention the flash button here and this FN button, whatever that is. So, let's turn them on. Okay, well, both of these right now, if the Nikon will stay on for me, both of these are in fully manual mode. And why is that one 1/4000th of a second? Let's put it down to there. And yeah, the menus on each camera, right, let's just say which camera is easier to use as for the interface. Honestly, in my opinion, the Canon is a lot easier to use, based on the sheer fact that it's more noob friendly. Like, this is my first DSLR that I got, and I became used to Canon's layout and how the software is. And then when I got the Nikon, it was a bit of a switch, and a bit hard to get used to, but it's just as simple really. But if I gotta choose, then for navigation purposes and user-friendly interface, then it's gotta be the Canon, and it's going off again. And that's pretty much it really. There's nothing much more I could show you on the software side of things. So now what I'll do is I'm going to put some pictures up on screen. So right here is a picture of bacon on the Canon camera. This picture is, you know, it's nice. But then we get a picture of the bacon on the Nikon camera. And you know, it's still nice. The Nikon provides 24 megapixels, whereas the Canon only provides 18. I believe it's 18. I do believe that the Canon does provide more colour than the Nikon does in that image, but let's move on. Here we have a picture of a car. This was taken with the Canon camera, the EOS 1200D. Yeah, this looks pretty good, you know. And then we have the same photo once again with the Nikon. Again on the Canon, more true to colour. But obviously, I mean, the one on the Nikon picture is a lot more detailed. Then onto a picture of my cat. This is the Nikon. And yeah, this is just that. And then the Canon. Now what I find with this picture looks a little bit out of focus, but I don't think it is. I think it's based on the sheer fact that the Canon is only 18 megapixels, whereas the Nikon is 24. And now we have the same cat lying on a stone piece of whatever it is. It's like a stone pavement type thing. It's taken with the Canon camera, and then the same picture with the Nikon camera. And I think Canon wins in that one. Here we have a picture of my other cat, taken with the Canon camera. And the same picture with the Nikon camera. The Canon was brighter in that image, so yeah, that wins that. Then we have a picture of a street outside my house. This was taken with the Canon. And then the Nikon. Now these images, I really just think that the Nikon is better for taking pictures, but the Canon is just more true to colour. So I mean, it's up to you which you think looks better, to be honest. Leave your opinion below if you want. Maybe I'll get back to you. And now for the video modes, I'm about to show you a side-by-side clip of both the Canon and the Nikon shooting the same video, both shot at 1920 by 1080 at 24 frames. So here we go. So guys, this is just the video. I'll let you guys take a look at this. As I said, 1920 by 1080 at 24 frames. The Nikon does handle noise a little better than the Canon does. It is late at night. Both cameras were using ISO 800. And yeah, I mean, neither of them look great, to be honest. I mean, the Nikon looks a lot better in proper daylight, and I'm sure the Canon does as well. but it's fair conditions anyway. You can get a good idea of which camera does video more better. The Nikon actually supports continuous autofocus, whereas the Canon does not. So that's why I use the Nikon for video. So I'll let you guys finish this video here. And this is me walking back into my back garden. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Which camera would I choose if I had to? These are both entry-level DSLRs, one from Nikon, one from Canon. Well, the Nikon, the D3200, simply because it offers more features, it's better, it has, it shoots in a higher megapixel count, pretty much high resolution, it has more coverage in the viewfinder than the Canon does. It's just a better camera overall, I'd say. But the EOS 1200D, the Canon, is not bad. So if you do have this camera, then be happy with it. It's a really good camera. It is more true to colour than the Nikon is, so you've got that covered. I guess that's one thing better. But yeah, if you have this camera and you really want this camera, then don't stress over it. You still have a wonderful camera, and there's no reason to upgrade from this to this if you're thinking about doing that, which I actually did, because I was tricked by some guy in a dodgy electronics shop. Unfortunately, because I was going to get an EOS 70D, and I ended up buying this instead because before I even seen the camera, he told me, well, I mean, I did see the camera, and he told me that it could shoot 4K video. It cost a lot more than the 70D does, but he'll give me a cheap price. I should have been smarter about it, but I wasn't. He overcharged me for this. I won't get into how much he charged me, but this is it. It does not shoot 4K video, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, that's it for my comparison for today, guys, or review if you will. I'll hopefully see you guys in my next video. Adios.